Hi folks, welcome to the third game of the weekend, second game of today, Saturday. Today's game is against the Powell Blue Knights out of Long Island. So far this weekend, team is 1 win, 1 loss. Hard fought game against Littleton Hawks today. All right, start out today. The Justin Adams in net, Ricky, Bobst, Lucas, Kobe, and Doc out on the first line out. I believe there's only one referee. So actually it looks like we're waiting on a second referee. Casey doing a fine job in the box with the horn. Looks a little nervous over there, running the clock with Steve and Diane. All right, I guess they're giving up on the referee, the second one, so it'll be a single referee. Not ideal for these types of games, but I guess there's another one that should be on the way or getting ready, I hope. So we'll go ahead and play with one. Puck's dropped, back over, Colin retrieves it, back out to Ricky. Ricky sends it back over. Kicked out of the zone, picked up by Ricky. Ricky sends it deep, delayed offside, cleared. Off the backside of the net. Powell looks to break out, back out to the point. Cycled back out of Kobe's hands. All the way back to Lucas. Lucas taps it forward, gets it off of Doherty's stick. Powell on the opposite side, back over to Kobe. Kobe against the wall. Tries to dribble back out and gets out of the zone. Back over to Lucas. Lucas thought about it, lost the puck off his stick, comes off the line. Powell back into the corner. Kobe, little pressure onto the puck. Set all the way back up, and that'll be an icing call. Oh, here comes the second referee. Nichols, Cusa, Fisher out on the ice with Thies and Lang on the defensive end. Puck's down, back over. Cusa drops it over to Thies. Thies sends it to the backboard. Fisher back along the boards. Lang charges forward, sends it to the back. Picked up on the wall by Powell. Powell. Try to get it out, sends it to neutral zone, picked up by Lang. Back over to Cusa. Fisher. Back on the strong side, works his way around, gets it taken away. On the opposite side, Nichols charges the puck. Powell gathers, back out to the point, Lang tries to force it out, now it comes into the neutral zone. Thies. Delayed offsides, cleared. Powell sends it up, looks to break out, sends long, that should be another icing call. Puck's down. Powell gathers it. Centers it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Cusa. Cusa drops it forward back over to Nichols. Nichols on the wing. Gets a shot off and goes over the goaltender's head. Lang gathers, sends it over to Tobin. Tobin sends it deep. All the way over to the opposite side wall. Powell picks it up. Tries to clear the zone. Fisher knocks it down. Cusa over to put pressure on with Nichols. Centers it through the neutral zone, all the way back. Bops on the back check, cycles it back down. The puck jumps to the front side of the net. Nice save by Justin. Heston comes away with a 3-on-1 opportunity. Had Nichols just over the line. That was a golden opportunity. Nichols just didn't hold out long enough. Heston, Jake, Luca, Bart, Tobin, Bobs. Puck's down, back over. Jake sends it deep, gathered by Powell. All the way to the neutral zone, Tobin. Line's cleared, back out. Cycles all the way back around out to neutral zone. Luca picks it up, has it taken away. Powell gathers it. Back over to Bart. Bart sends it back up over to Luca. Luca hits Jake coming up center ice. Sends back all the way to the opposite side. Powell comes through the neutral zone, through the blue line. Splits two defenders, gets a backhand off, edges outside of the reach of Justin. Doc out on the ice, circle back over. Kobe try to tap it forwards, unable to get it past defenders. Over on the opposite side, Powell comes across the blue line. Justin knocks it down. Lucas, turnover in the offensive zone. Picked up by Tobin. Tobin up against the wall, all the way back, and that should be an icing call. Pucks down, back over to Ricky. Ricky back on the back boards. Up pressure on him. Sends it out. Doherty reaches up for it. Powell sends it on net. Justin kick save over to the corner. Back out to the point. Justin guides it over to the opposite side. Back over to Lucas. Lucas cycles it back over to Lang. Lang over to Lucas. Lucas looking. Back over. Opposite side pass. Goaltender reaches out for it. Kobe turns and tries to fire back out to Colin. Colin tries a back pass into the slot. Unable to do so. Now it makes its way into the neutral zone. No icing call. Back over to Lang. Lang. Picked up by Lucas. Lucas turns it forward over to Kobe. Kobe holds it. Takes a shot and goes over the goaltender's head. Back over to Colin. Colin, tried to feed Lucas coming up the opposite side. Puck escapes the zone. Ricky tried to get to it. Now it's picked back up by Colin. 2-on-2. Colin gets a shot off. So 11-14 first period, 0-0. Cusa, Fisher, Nichols, Tobin, and Thies. Puck's down, picked up by Tobin. Tobin tried to get shot off, gets checked. Powell over to the opposite side, picked up by Fisher. Fisher sends it back over to Nichols. Nichols taps it over to Cusa. Cusa try to get through. Goaltender swipes it away, back over to Nichols. Nichols drops it over defender's head, picks it up against the sidewall, gets pinned up against the wall, relieves it back over to Cusa. Back pass over to Nichols. Try to center it, goes off the defender's stick. Powell sends it deep, no icing. Back over to Tobin. Tobin try to clear it back out over to Nichols. Nichols couldn't control, then gets it back. Try to hit Fisher coming up the opposite side. Try to center pass over to Cusa. Stops on the back check over to retrieve the puck in the neutral zone. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher has the stick lifted. Cusa back over. Fisher. Center pass over to Nichols. Couldn't control. Still below his feet. Powell gathers it. Across the blue line. Right in the slot. And gets a wrister off and scores. So Powell gets on the board first after a quick wrister to the top right shelf. So there's a penalty coming up on Team Philly. At the 9:28 mark, that will be on Thies. So Team Philly will be down a man. Sent back out up to the point. Powell gets it. Out on the wing. Back out to the point again. Cycle it back over to the opposite side. Drops it in. Around. Centering pass. Set all the way back up. Centering pass, try to set something up, drops it back, and that's an offsides. Pucks down, pick back up. Sent deep, goes long. Minute 15 left on the penalty kill for Team Philadelphia. Heston comes back. And Powell charges. Nichols with Ricky and Bops out on the ice. Try to kill this. Powell sauces it. Back opposite. Justin swipes back out at Bops. Clears the zone. Back over. Oh, Jake right there, went between his legs. Powell, Jake, a little taking pressure. Cycle back across the blue line. Comes all the way back out. Looks. Shot attempt. And score. So 9 seconds remaining on the power penalty kill for Team Philly. Justin with a good save. Puck jumps out and wide open side. Pucks one back over to Tobin. Tobin comes across the blue line, gets it over. Lucas tried to get a fight shot off a defender's stick. Picked back up by Tobin. Tobin dumps it in. Doherty picks it up. Gets a shot off, goes high and wide. Back over to Kobe. Kobe